I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. Say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade. I came to pay to get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved. You stay. I came to play. I go inside this light. I see new life.
Hello everyone, Blugoblin here for my latest comic book review for this week in September 2010. I know that I've ran a bit late with this one. I've just been really busy the past few days, and I wasn't able to pick up my comic books, until the end of the week, due to my paycheck coming in on Friday. Well, I got the books read. Now, not every book I bought this week is going to be on video review. I'm going to get back into my written reviews, and my next planned written reviews are going to be for Justice League of America and Avengers. So stick around for that. And also check out the website comiccrazyreviews.webs.com. And Mark has just posted my written reviews for Batman and Robin, Red Robin, and Batman Odyssey. So check those out whenever you get a chance to. And check out his reviews as well as reviews from Boxing Type X and some stuff from my good old buddy Brandon Hex. And since you're web surfing, don't forget to check out my girlfriend's channel. She's Lenore2003, and baby, I love you. All right, let's get started with the books, shall we? We're gonna start things off rather oddly. How about Ultimate Spider-Man number 14? Call me crazy, but you know what? This actually wasn't that bad. Considering that I've always preferred the first run of Ultimate Spider-Man with Bendis and Bagley, Fuente's art is interesting, to say the least. There were plenty of things that just felt odd to me in this book, but storytelling, it was okay for what it was. I mean, I was really disturbed though by the Ultimate Chameleon. So now the Ultimate Chameleon, the Chameleon in the Ultimate Universe, is a twin brother and sister. And I was kind of disturbed when the female Chameleon decides to just shape her head to look like Peter Parker, and just her head, so it looks like we have a Peter Parker prostitute, and that was an image I didn't really need to see. But other than that, the storytelling was good for what it was. This was okay at best. So I will just set it aside and say, it was alright. Okay, next up, Fantastic Four number 583. This is part 1 of the much talked about 3 storyline, with Jonathan Hickman and Steve Epting on the artwork. Yeah, this was good. This was really good. Usually part 1s to some stories are good. Usually part 1s to certain stories are just freaking awesome. And usually part 1s to certain stories are just slow and blah. This is a situation where the part 1 of a certain story that's already been talked about before it hits the stands actually starts off really good. Valeria Richards, I'm impressed. Jonathan Hickman is a good writer, and man, he knows how to write the Fantastic Four. And I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to say 3, I've been getting messages after messages about, hey, Blue, are you going to take a look at 3? Are you going to take a look at 3 of Fantastic Four? It seems like it's going to be really good. Well, I am looking at 3, and what I've looked at so far, I like what I looked at. I loved what I read, and the artwork fits with the storytelling that Hickman gives, and you know what? It was good. It was really good. Just not pick of the week good. But in a nutshell, part 1 of 3 is really good. Justice League Generation Lost, number 10. I'm kind of disappointed. No, I thought number 9 was awesome. Hell, it was my pick of the week when it came out. But this was a step down. It was still okay storytelling, but man, this was a huge step down from issue 9 in my opinion. I mean, Jim Winnick, he was doing such a great job with all the storytelling in this book, especially with last issue. But now this just seems like, okay, the JLI is just regrouping at the command center, looking at pictures of Maxwell Lord, and you got Batman and Power Girl in here, and it's just, and the cliffhanger at the end just kind of hit me going like, huh? Yeah, it was one of those. This is one of those times where I was so hyped after issue 9, and then now it just went right back down. It's not terrible. It's just not great. It's, at best, it's good. I did like the conversation between Batman and Power Girl. That was worth reading. But everything else, it just didn't have any spark to me. Alright, let's move on. Secret Avengers number 5. And for those of you who still think that that's Nick Fury, guess what? You're wrong. His name is Max Fury, and it turns out he's not even a clone of Nick Fury. He's kind of like a robotic kind of clone of Nick Fury. He's a robot that was built to think he was Nick Fury, but once he finds out the truth, they decided to call him Max Fury. Okay. But still, the storytelling was good. I've liked Secret Avengers since issue 1. I know I haven't been reviewing all of them, but I don't know how to put this. I mean, it just seems like a cliche, like, is it a long-lost twin brother? No, it's a clone. No, it's a robot. It's just, a part of me is getting so tired of these old cliches, like, hey, aren't you supposed to be dead? Or it's like, hey, I don't know you. It's like, oh, I'm a robot. No, I'm a clone. It just, I'm getting tired of the same old cliches. I would like something new. This is a new Avengers. This is a brand new title for the Avengers. Secret Avengers. Supposed to be, supposed to just hit you hard and get you pulled into the storytelling, and then they give you an old school cliche like this, and I'm kind of disappointed. But for once again, I gotta go with the storytelling. The storytelling, it made sense despite the painful cliche. So I'm just, I don't know. It was what it was. I just gotta say that. Flash number 5. Remember Flash? I sure as hell do. Not much to say here either. I mean, I love Barry Allen, but I mean, come on, it's like, I mean, for being the fastest man alive, it sure as hell is taking him a long time to save his wife. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now Jeff Johns is a great writer. Yes, I've said that over and over and over again. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. That's why I say it, is because it's true. And he knows how to write for The Flash. It's just that I want this story to progress forward. It's standing still, and that's what bothers me about it. I mean, okay, once again, Captain Cold. I love him. He's an awesome character, awesome rogue in the DC universe, not just for Flash's sake, but he's just an awesome villain in general. Very good development from him. It's just an old-fashioned double cross at the end from a certain someone. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to spoil it. It's just that, okay, we now see what goes on in the timeline. We now see what needs to happen and what needs to stop from happening. Okay, we get it. Now do it. Move the story forward. Stop standing still. Like I said, for being the fastest man alive, he sure isn't moving very fast. At least this story ain't. That's just my opinion. Alright, next up, Titans number 27. I gotta say, I was impressed with this. Eric Wallace, good job. You're no JT Kroll, but you'll do. Very, very good. Loved it. This almost felt as dark as The Rise of Arsenal. Not quite there, but almost. Pretty close, just not there. Very good storytelling. I would like to have seen more action from Deathstroke, but with what we got, I'm satisfied. Great storytelling. I mean, you get more and more into the psyche of Roy, Red Arrow, Speedy, whatever you want to call him, Arsenal, who knows, who cares. Good storyline, right? Right. There you go. And, you know, the cover, this is one of the few times where a cover is actually on point with the story. Good job, DC. This was good. Almost my pick of the week. When it came to the pick of the week, it was down to either this, Fantastic Four, or the book after this, which will end up being my pick of the week. But, in a nutshell, I'm very impressed with this. This is certainly 10 times, maybe even 100 times better than anything Sean McKeever did for this title. Very, very impressive. I'm back on board for Titans. They continue to write it like this. Who knows where they're going to take it. Very good. Very good. Pick of the week goes to Green Lantern Corps number 52. Get a good look at that. The Immortal Combat. God damn, what a cliche. But it's Ganthet versus Cyborg Superman. And, you know, yeah, Immortal Combat. I don't really see that much fight between Cyborg Superman and Ganthet per se, but there is a certain somebody in the Green Lantern Corps who does fight Cyborg Superman, and whoa, I liked that fight. Don't let the cover fool you. Ganthet does not fight Cyborg Superman, at least not in the way I wanted him to, but wow. Boudica. I'll go ahead and say it. Boudica. Jesus, what a good story for Boudica fans to read. Yeah, I gotta admit, I know I'm sounding so mainstream, but it's like, oh, of course, it's Green Lantern, it's Green Lantern Corps. You know, I'm a mainstream nerd. I like, just Marvel and DC. I read a few indie books, but, one thing I focus on is good storytelling. That's what I focus on when it comes to comic books. That's what drew me into books like this. That's what drew me into books like The Flash. That's what drew me into books like SpiderMan. That's what drew me into books, comic books in general. It's always been about the storytelling. Sometimes it can be about pretty artwork. I will not lie about that. But this was good. Very, very impressive. Tony Bedard, might as well go ahead and keep him with the Green Lantern Corps title and keep Peter Tomasi with Brightest Day and Green Lantern Emerald Warriors, because Boudica's fight with Cyborg Superman was good. Really good. And I'm geeking out just thinking about it. I gotta put it down, or I'm gonna thoroughly geek out. And I'm gonna shut up and close this video out by saying thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out the websites, comiccrazyreviews.webs.com. Check out my girlfriend's channel while you're at it. And until next week, everybody, I'll see you later.